Hello students, welcome to the physics class of class 12. Today our first topic is electrostatic shielding. Whatever be the charge and field configuration outside, any cavity in a conductor remains shielded from outside electric influence. The field inside the cavity is always zero. This is known as electrostatic shielding. Here in the picture we see a cavity inside a conductor. Inside this cavity electric field is 0 and potential V is V0, which is constant at the surface value of the conductor. Whatever be the electric field outside or the charge configuration outside the conductor body is, the cavity will remain always with electric field 0. Next topic, dielectrics and polarization. Dielectrics are non-conducting substances. In contrast to conductors, they have no or negligible number of charge carriers. Inside a conductor, free charges moves in the presence of external field and arrange themselves in such a way that inside the body of the conductor, electric field due to the induced charges opposes the external field within the conductor. So the net electric field in the conductor is 0. In the diagram here we see an external field E0 is present, and inside the body of the conductor the plus and minus charges accumulate themselves and produce a internal field which is exactly equal to the external field and is opposite in direction. So these two fields cancel each other inside the body of the conductor and the total electric field inside the conductor is 0. In external electric field, the electric field induces dipole moment by stretching or reorienting molecules of the dielectric. The collective effect of all the molecular dipole moment is net charge on the surface of the dielectric, which produces a field that opposes the external field. Unlike a conductor, however, the opposing field so induced does not exactly cancel the external field. In the diagram we see that the external field E0 is present, and inside the dielectrics the negative and positive charge accumulate on the two opposite faces of the dielectric, produce an internal electric field which is opposite in direction to the external field but smaller in magnitude. So inside the dielectric electric field is not 0. Next topic, nonpolar dielectrics. In a nonpolar molecule the centers of the positive and negative charges coincide. Molecules then has no permanent or intrinsic dipole moment. The examples O2, H2, CO2, etc. Nonpolar dielectrics diagrams of H2 and Ca2 are given here. We see that the positive and negative charges are coincide here, so there is no intrinsic dipole moment present. Polar dielectrics. A polar molecule is one in which the centers of positive and negative charges are separated even when there is no external field. Such molecules have a permanent dipole moment. Example HCl, H2O, etc. So polar dielectrics we see for HCl, Cl it is negative and H is positive, so they are separated by a fixed distance, so they have permanent dipole moment. In case of H2O, here also we see O is negative and H are positive, so they are separated by a fixed distance, so they have a permanent dipole moment even in the absence of an external field. Polarization of polar and nonpolar dielectrics in an external electric field. In an external electric field, the positive and negative charges of a nonpolar molecule are displaced in opposite direction. Here in the diagram we see in the absence of the external field the center of positive and negative charges coincide, so the molecules are randomly oriented without having a permanent electric field inside the body of a nonpolar molecule. but in the presence of an external field, these negative and positive charge centers are separated by the force of the external electric field, and they produce a electric field inside the body of nonpolar molecule. The dielectric with polar molecules also develops a net dipole moment in an external field, but for a different reason. In the absence of an external field, the different permanent dipoles are oriented randomly due to thermal agitation. So the total dipole moment is zero. When an external field is applied, the individual dipole moments tend to align with the field. The dipole moment per unit volume is called the polarization and is denoted by P vector. For linear isotropic dielectrics, P vector equal to xi into E vector. This xi E is constant of proportionality, where xi E is a constant characteristic of the dielectric and is known as the electric susceptibility of the dielectric medium. Here in the diagram we see for polar molecule, in the absence of any external field, the individual dipoles are randomly oriented due to thermal agitation, but in the presence of the external field, they arrange themselves in a particular order and they produce an electric field inside the body of the polar dielectrics in the presence of an external field. Next topic, effect of dielectrics on capacitance. We consider two large plates. These are metal plates, obviously, each of area A separated by a distance d. The charges on the plates is plus minus capital Q, corresponding to the charge density plus minus sigma, with sigma equal to capital Q by surface area A. In the diagram we see these are two metal plates with surface charge density plus sigma and minus sigma. They are separated by a distance small d. The electric field between the plates is E0. When there is a vacuum between the plates, electric field E0 equal to sigma by epsilon 0, and the potential difference V0 is V0 equal to E0 into d. The capacitance C0 in this case is C. We can write using these formulas: C0 equal to Q by V0 equal to epsilon 0 A by D. This is equation number 1. This C0 is for vacuum between the plates. Now consider we introduce a dielectric between the plates fully occupying the intervening region. So the dielectric will be polarized by the field between the plates. So in the diagram we see that the dielectric between the plates is introduced fully occupying the region, and for this it will be polarized. Now plus minus sigma p charge will appear on the surface of the dielectric. This sigma p actually is the surface charge density for the dielectric introduced between the plates. The net surface charge density on the plates is plus minus sigma p, that is electric field E equal to sigma minus sigma p by epsilon naught. This is because of introduction of the dielectric. As the at this position at the metal place, surface charge density is sigma plus sigma, and at the dielectric surface charge density is minus sigma p. So here is positive charge and here is negative charge. They will little bit cancel each other and produce a resultant surface charge density of plus minus sigma p. Here also the same thing, here is positive charge, here is negative charge. That's why we are writing sigma plus minus sigma p here. So electric field E equal to sigma minus sigma p by epsilon naught. This is equation number 2. So that the potential difference across the plate V equal to E into D, we can write using this sigma minus sigma p by epsilon naught into D. This is equation number 3. For linear dielectric, we expect sigma p to be proportional to E0, that is to sigma. Thus sigma minus sigma p is proportional to sigma, and we can write sigma minus sigma p equal to sigma by epsilon naught. So this k is a constant of proportionality, k is constant which is greater than 1, we then have v equal to sigma d by epsilon 0 k. Sigma, instead of sigma you can write capital Q by capital A. So the equation become for v is capital Q d by A epsilon naught k. This is equation number 4. The capacitance C with the dielectric between the plates is then C equal to Q by V. We write the formula of V from here. So finally we get epsilon 0 Ka by D, which is equal to C. This is equation number 5. The product epsilon 0 K is called the permittivity of the medium and is denoted by epsilon. Epsilon equal to epsilon 0 K. K is the dielectric constant. For vacuum, K equal to 1 and epsilon equal to epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of the vacuum. So we can write from equation 6 K dielectric constant equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. This is equation number 7. K dielectric constant of the substance. From equation 1 and 5 we get K equal to C by C0. So C equal to K into C0. This is equation number 8. Thus the dielectric constant of a substance is the factor greater than 1 by which the capacitance increased from its vacuum value when the dielectric is inserted fully between the plates of the capacitor. So when we introduce the dielectric, the capacitance will increase by a factor K. Thank you for today.